What if Derrick Rose never tore his ACL? I mean, Derrick Rose was on a tear. Derrick Rose is the most athletic guard I've ever seen. So imagine what would happen if he didn't tear his ACL. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Des360 and welcome to Hoop Scoop, where we talk everything basketball, everything hoops. I'm here connecting with you. I want to hear what you got to say. So today, guys, we're going to talk basketball. We're going to talk D-Rose, aka the most athletic guard I have ever seen. You know what? He's the most athletic guard in history, in NBA history, like straight up. No, don't even. Am I tripping? No. Honestly, Derrick Rose, the reason, like, it's funny that I'm nodding my head and all that, and we're going to get into Derrick Rose in a sec, but if you're new to this channel, thanks for tuning in. My name is Des360. I'm a former professional basketball player, played basketball for 2 years in the Philippines, played for 1 year in Mexico, and now here I am just, chatting it up with you guys, sharing my story, talking basketball. We're going to talk a lot of things. And yeah, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe, because we have a lot of topics that we're just going to touch upon, right? Today, we're focusing on D-Rose and what would have been, Derrick Rose is one of the most ridiculous talents to ever step on a basketball court. Just doesn't matter what level, even in high school, people were like, wow, this guy is something else, right? And Derrick Rose has a huge following, huge fan base. D-Rose, DR1. I remember that, honestly, it's crazy because I grew up in East LA and people out there were like, D-Rose. It's just crazy to even the homeboys were like, Derrick Rose is the hardest, you know what I mean? So it's funny, but yeah, we're going to kick off this new series where on Hoop Scoop, we're talking about what if scenarios. So today's what if scenario is Derrick Rose. If he was just healthy, I'm gonna throw out some numbers, guys. Let's get right into it. Look, Derrick Rose, MVP, youngest MVP ever, right? Actually, it says Derrick Rose became the youngest MVP in NBA history, 22 years old, 211 days in 2011, which that was a ridiculous. We could start rolling the highlights right now. Ridiculous MVP season. D-Rose is just, wow. Speed, athleticism, power. My gosh. It's crazy because it's it really is if you had, if you guys play video games, if you play 2K, that's the made up character is Derrick Rose. This guy was pulling the ball behind his head like this, both elbows out, looking at the rim, looking down at the rim. Yak. Dragic, someone. You know what I'm saying? So Derrick Rose, I'm gonna just start throwing out some stats right here. In 2010, 2011 MVP season, Derrick Rose averaged 25 PPG, 7.7 assists. Right, and he led the Bulls to a 62-20 record. So they were killing it in the East, and already rare air. If you're doing that, there's only one other Bull that has done that, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. You know what I'm saying? When Michael Jeffrey Jordan averaged 32.5 points a game and 8 assists in 1988/89 season, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So if you're getting numbers like that, you already know it's showtime. Another thing is D-Rose was the second player in history to win MVP in his hometown. This is why D-Rose has GOAT formula in him, because you understand balling in your hometown is just always another level. And Derrick Rose was doing that. He's from the Chi, he made it, and he was MVP in the Chi. All your homies are at every game. You know what I'm saying? You're going to hear it from everyone, whether you want to or not. It's your city. The only other person to do that, I believe, is Wilt Chamberlain in 1960 something or something like that. But Wilt Chamberlain, because he's from Philly, Philadelphia, what was it? Warriors or something like that back in the day before they became the 76ers. Let's look up some other goodness here while we let D-Rose just just crazy highlight reel every day. Just honestly, all right. So from what I've heard, one of my high school teammates transferred in from Simeon, which is where Derrick Rose went to school. And he said, just straight up, he said he was a freshman. Derrick Rose was, I think, a senior or junior, whatever. And he was just like, it was a video game, straight up. Derrick Rose could do anything he wants on the basketball court. Like, you're not going to stop him. I remember watching ABCD Camp. This is for the real basketball junkies. If you look up ABCD Camp, that's like the top premier camp held by Reebok. It was back in the day, and they would talk about Derrick Rose. And yeah, everyone would just be like, Derrick Rose, Derrick Rose, Derrick Rose. Then I saw him beat Brandon Jennings when Brandon Jennings played for Oak Hill. Brandon Jennings was crying too. That was an L. Like, D Rose just came in there, bop, 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 destroyed everyone. Shouts out to Mean Streets. It was Derrick Rose and Eric Gordon. That's who I grew up watching and being like, damn, those boys are nasty. Like, I got to up my game. Yeah. Even if you do up your game, I'm sorry. That's some God-given talent right there, Derrick Rose. So it's wild. What do you guys think? Like, what would happen if Derrick Rose were healthy? I feel like everyone that watched Derrick Rose in his career early on, obviously he's still hooping now. He dropped 50. He's still like, but back then it didn't look humanly possible. So it was almost like, how long can he last like this? You know, because everyone was telling me, go watch Derrick Rose and go watch Westbrook. But Westbrook, I think, is a little taller, a little longer, and had Kevin Durant on his team. So maybe like Westbrook didn't push the engine to that mode. But D Rose, to do that, man, it was just a matter of time. Unfortunately, before obviously what happened that one night where, you know, the knee went out. But Derrick Rose is a living legend, guys. Like, real talk, a living legend. I mean, he dropped 50 the other year. Huge following. Like, show Pudini the respect he deserves, because that boy can go like no other. Like, most explosive guard in history. What do you guys think? Let me know. Drop a comment. Derrick Rose, I mean, what do you think? What would happen? Would he NBA champion? I mean, one of the greatest guards ever to do it. Top 5 all time. Like, why not? He was already on the trajectory. I think it was his 3rd year in the league when he got that MVP. And he was going ham. His head's at the rim, guard, like, so explosive. That's crazy, man. That's wild. Let me know what you guys think. I just want to talk about that a bit. Derrick Rose, what if, and what other scenarios should we talk about? We're going to be doing this on Hoop Scoop, just picking out like, what if this, what if that, just to talk about it and see and get that discussion going. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Des360, thanks for tuning in. Hoop Scoop. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.